He struck him out. So first batter is a strikeout for Marlins pitcher Raul Campagnoli. And we are underway here at Walker Park. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We are back online here, and my name is Jay Hayback, along with my broadcast partner, Justin Bresner.
That one just catches the outside corner.
We had a little difficulty getting the video part of our broadcast up, but that has since been solved. Big curveball in the dirt, swung on and missed. So this is the manager, Santiago Narciande. Big swing and a miss. He struck him out. So 2 strikeouts to start the game. Zero's up.
That one misses low. The last guy swing. Easy. All right. Big swing and a miss.
This is Yasmani Prieto.
That one catches the outside corner. Nice pitch. Full count.
Again, still having some technical difficulties here, folks, and we do apologize for that.
Pops that one back. There's a crack to third. That's going to get down for a base hit. So with 2 outs, Worker's got something going with a runner on first.
Adel Avila now the batter.
That is a crack. Going to get down towards right field. That's going to drop. So the Workers now 2 on base. 2 outs.
I'll bring up Wilder Thorndike, the catcher. All right, we're up. Reset your. I'll tell you, Justin, this Marlins pitcher, Campagnoli, has thrown strikes, although workers now, after a couple batters, have started putting the ball in play.
That they have. So with 2 on, 2 out, they'll see if they can get any runs across.
Well, this is the man you want up with runners on. I will tell you from firsthand experience, because I also hit Wilder 5th in my lineup for years, and he always came through, always. Including our championship run back a couple of years ago, Wilder Thorndike was a huge part of my team. Fastball in for strike 3. He struck him out, and Thorndike shaking his head as that ball crept over the outside part of the plate late. So workers strand a pair, and after 1/2 inning, workers 0, Hialeah Marlins coming to bat. For the Hialeah Marlins, their lineup today is going to be Steve Alvarez, then Jose Cepeda, Chris Hoyas, Max Gonzi, Jose Marte, Osvaldo Borrell, Leo Rubio, Raul Campagnoli, the pitcher, and Abraham Ruiz, the manager. The subs are Nick Alvarez, Luis Martinez, and Aaron Borno. So this will be our first look, Justin, this season at Ronald Diaz, who also pitched for me a few games back a couple of years ago. Diaz, one of those crafty pitchers, a little bit older, in his mid-upper 30s, but he throws strikes, mixes his pitches well, and he does have some velocity when he needs it. Doesn't use it all the time, but he does have a decent fastball when he wants it. You can see his ball moves very nicely.
We'll see what he can do against these Hialeah Marlins. Cleaning of home plate. Quick meeting at the mound. And we are ready to go here for the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for the Marlins, Steven Alvarez, number 1. First pitch just missed. And that went in for a strike. Count 1-1.
That one's cracked foul.
See the change of speeds there as Diaz threw the changeup. Pounded into the ground. Diaz should have an easy play up and over to first, and he got him. 1 out for the Marlins. And that's the thing with Ronald Diaz, Justin. I think we got a good dose of it there. He's going to nibble on the corners. He's going to move his pitches around. The ball's going to move all over the place. And these Marlins hitters, while they probably will put the ball in play, are going to have a hard time squaring the ball up on them.
Well, let's see if that comes into play as the game wears on.
There's the curveball. Caught the inside upper part of the plate with that one. That's a pretty pitch right there from Diaz. And there's the fastball, moving it around and almost catching the outside part of the plate with that pitch. Diaz working fairly quickly here. There's the curveball again, and he took a little something off that one. A couple different speeds of his curveball. And that one hit hard to left field, going back, and it's over his head all the way to the wall. Rounding first and going to second is Jose Cepeda. Cepeda in with a stand-up double, and that ball was roped to left field. He hung that curveball there, Justin. How
do we say this guy's last name?
That's the one thing.
Hey, Chris, how do we say your last name? Ojas?
So Chris Ojas, now the batter, as we got the correct pronunciation from the batter himself.
So 1 out, man on second for Chris Ojas.
That one almost hit him.
Watches that one sail high.
And you can see the difference in velocity there as he put a little bit more behind that one. Fakes a throw to second base, and Cepeda slides back in head first. And fastball left up high. He's got pretty good movement, does Diaz, with his fastball. His fastball does move up and in on the right-handed hitters. There's that wicked off-speed pitch that just dies right off the table into the dirt, and Ojas could not lay off of it. Ma'am, not on the fence. Not on the fence. That one popped up. Could be a play here. And the ball does get down as the runner, Justin, had to wait and see if that ball got down before he could go anywhere, as that ball just hung up in the air forever.
Ojas with the moonshot.
It'll go down as a single. It'll look like a screamer in the book, but that ball was flared.
Anything but a screamer.
It was flared into the abyss, the Bermuda Triangle, between the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder. Also, the wind picking up a little bit had something to do with that. There's now runners at first and third with only 1 out. We'll see if Ojas will steal here, and that ball goes up and in to Max Gonzi, wearing number 99 for Hialeah Marlins. Snap throw to first, and the ball gets away. Justin, that is the one thing that you don't want to do if you're Ronald Diaz, is just give them a run like that. Oh, boy. That is an awful mistake from Ronald Diaz. If you want to throw the ball at first base, at the very least, don't throw it away.
Yep.
That's got to be priority 1 and priority 2 and 3. I mean, you're not picking him off there. He didn't even have a big lead. That one popped up. Same depth, but this time the right fielder comes in to make the catch.
So we have the Jose Marti here, it looks like.
I don't know if Jose Marte would be the, but there is a Jose Marte that's currently
and he's a
hitting.
big guy. He looks like if he gets a hold of this, it could be traveling a good distance.
Oh, and it does. That ball is smoked into left center field, and it's going to be down for a hit. The run will score easily, and Marte is into second with an RBI double.
So Ojas comes around to score. It's a well-hit ball by Marte.
Ronald Diaz having a hard time on the mound for Workers, getting hit around a little bit here.
This will bring up Osvaldo Borrell for the Marlins. So 2 outs, 1 on, and already 2 across in this inning for the Marlins.
And Workers, Justin, typically don't give up that many runs. I mean, to get 2 runs in the first inning is big news against Workers. There's that big sweeping curveball. Just missed with that pitch. That is a pretty pitch from Ronald Diaz. Wilder Thorndike giving him the high sign to say that was a good pitch. Fastball hit down the line, up and over to first, and he got him. So that will do it. Burrell goes down, and so do the Marlins, but not without putting up 2 huge runs here in the first inning. And after 1 inning complete, it is the Hialeah Marlins 2, Workers 0. You are watching AUBL Miami Baseball on the South Florida Broadcast Network.
I can't read some of these.
Here. Come on. So after a shaky start for us, Justin, in our broadcast, we finally got our stream up and going, as it was a difficult road for us in the first part of the first inning, just getting our broadcast up and our production. It's very hard to express to our audience how difficult sometimes it is to get all of our equipment working here, but we have been able to do so. Also, we're dealing with equipment that, unfortunately, in our last game, got hit as Sheehan Planis Ortega for the Coral Gables A's smashed our camera right before smashing a home run for the A's, and hit our camera square right in the middle. And somehow our camera is still working, but it was difficult to get it up and going today. So Campanioli will take the mound for his second inning of work. Was effective in his first inning of work, did give up 2 hits, but was able to pitch around it with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. 3 strikeouts, as he struck out the first 2 batters, Sanchez and Narciande, and then sandwiched in between were 2 singles, and then Wilder Thorndike went down looking to end the inning. So now it's going to be Rafael Rodriguez stepping in for Workers to start the second inning, hitting 6th in the lineup today. Low for a ball. Big curveball. And yes, he did go, says Doug Geffner. Hard to lay off that one, Justin. That just sat there and tantalized the hitter. Hialeah Marlins have a pretty deep pitching staff. Another curveball. Beautiful pitch on the inside part of the plate. Boy, that thing just dove right into the strike zone. See what he goes for here. He's got him set up for anything he wants. And he threw the fastball up and in to see if he was leaning in. And that's the right pitch to throw, Justin, although a little closer to his face than we would like to see for safety reasons. But that is the right pitch to throw there, because after throwing a curveball that dips in like that, you can catch the hitter leaning in a little. And now you go with something outside. And no, he hung in there on the fastball. Grounds it to short and up and over to first easily. Made the play. Good footwork there by the shortstop for the Marlins. That fastball is sliced down the line and foul. So this is Abel Alfonso. Alfonso fouls that one straight back and right at our camera. And you can see the shaking and the shimmying of our camera, as we were fortunate that one did not hit the camera directly.
Yep, swing and a miss.
He struck him out. Two outs in the inning quickly, and here's Mavigro Alfon.
That drops in for a strike.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Justin Campanioli has done a good job of throwing first pitch strikes to these Workers hitters. That's a real big key to success here today. Fastball just missed. Although the catcher was set up right there, it was not on the plate. As the pitcher, that's all you can do is hit the glove, right?
Yep. That's all you can do. Wow, that's way outside.
No glove hitting there. Two and one the count. Fastball pounded into the ground foul. That one gets away. Here's the throw to first base, and he's going to be out at first. What a play. Are you kidding me? That was a spectacular play by the catcher for the Hialeah Marlins as he raced all the way back to the fence and fired a bullet to the first baseman to complete the out after Campagnoli had struck out the batter.
Yeah, I think he hit the batter. I think he hit the batter with the throw. He was so dead on going to first.
Well, if he had hit him, then how would the first baseman have caught it?
I think it went off of him.
Like deflected, and
Yeah, I
then
think
the
it
first
clipped him.
baseman
I think
caught
it
it?
clipped him and he caught it, yeah.
Wow, the odds of that are almost infinitesimal. That's a crazy play. So Ronald Diaz now is going to be in charge of keeping this Marlins lineup at bay, as the Marlins already put up 2 runs in the first inning. So no runs again for the workers. The Marlins leading 2-0 going to the bottom of the second inning here on the South Florida Broadcast Network. It's going to be Leo Rubio leading off, and then the pitcher Campagnoli and manager Abraham Ruiz for the Marlins. Marlins looking to add to that lead. There's a fastball on the outside part of the plate. A pretty pitch there as the movement brought it right back over the outside part of the plate. Wilder Thorndike doing an excellent job of framing that pitch. There's that curveball. That one in on the fist. This is going to be a hard play. Up and over to first. He got him. He made it look easy. Good fielding by the workers. And that's been part of their formula, Justin. You know, one of the reasons the workers have done so well early on here in AUBL Miami is they don't make mistakes. You got to beat them. And so far, the reason the Marlins have a 2-0 lead is they got it with their bats.
Yep.
You know, nothing you can do about that. Here's the pitcher, Campagnoli, stepping in to hit.
Big swing.
I was going to say we'll see if he hits like a pitcher, and that may have been that may have been unfortunately a pitcher's swing there. Hopefully he'll be able to prove us wrong. I'd like to think I don't hit like a pitcher.
I think most pitchers would like to think they don't hit like a pitcher.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I set myself up pretty good for that one there.
Oh, that one's right back
And he
at
said,
us.
"Take that one, Jay."
Yeah, that's
I'll show you what my swing looks like.
it was a little better than a pitcher
Here,
swing there.
eat a ball here, right in your face. Count is 1-2. Let me know if you want to.
No,
Big swing and a miss. He struck him out.
because that's not open back there.
So now the manager, Abraham Ruiz, will step in for the Marlins. Oh, look at that curveball. That's a pretty pitch because, Justin, it looks just like his fastball as it's coming towards you, and then it just breaks the other way.
Missed with that one.
Looks a little bit more like a slider, that first pitch he threw, as that one, that last pitch was more like a curveball. And there's a swing and miss from Ruiz at the curveball. Ruiz hasn't seen anything straight coming from Ronald Diaz yet.
I'm not sure he will.
Well, he doesn't have to now. Count 1-2. Oh, he did. He gave him the show me fastball up over his head. He said, "Here's the straight one if you want to try and swing at it. Good luck hitting it." Big swing and a miss. He struck him out on the curveball. Good pitching from Ronald Diaz. No runs in the inning for the Hialeah Marlins. We go to the top of the third inning. It is the Hialeah Marlins leading Workers 2-0. You're watching AUBL Miami Baseball on the South Florida Broadcast Network. Battle here, Justin, between two upstart teams, two fairly new teams to AUBL Miami that have had early success, which is one of the reasons both of them got a chance to get their first ever broadcast. Neither of these teams have ever been broadcasted before, and both were very much looking forward to this opportunity to showcase what their teams look like. And so far, so good. You know, they look exactly the way we expected them to. We expected to see good pitching. We've seen it. We expected to see good defense. We've seen it. We expected to see good hitting. We've seen it. So all the boxes have been checked off so far for both of these teams, and both of these teams are going to be a hard out when the playoffs come around. You know, you look at the perennial powers like the A's, Coral Gables A's, who last season had a tremendous season up until they ran into that buzzsaw of Bower. And you look at Bower, Miami, you look at the South Dade Toyota Braves, who also in recent seasons have won a championship. You look at all of the top teams around. The West Kendall Nationals, always a perennial power. The Miami Storm, always a perennial power. Of course, my team, the Dade Diamondbacks, always do well against the top teams. You look at all those top teams, and you look at those teams facing these two teams fit right in. They fit right in with all of those top teams here in AUBL Miami, and they're getting showcased today.
On deck, two more.
I'll tell you what's really been impressive, Justin. I mean, everybody's been impressive so far, but the most impressive has been Campagnoli. Campagnoli, in 2 innings, has struck out 5 batters. There were 2 hits sandwiched in between, but he struck out the side in the first inning, even though there were 2 hits on him, and struck out 2 of the 3 batters in the second inning. His fielders have only had to make 1 play. I'll tell you, that's a pretty good recipe. You know, even the worst fielding teams can make 1 play in 6 outs.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if the Workers can get anything going here.
Well, Ronald Diaz, another pitcher trying to hit, will show his swing and see if he comes off swinging like a pitcher here. But it's been a fun game so far. I'm very impressed with both of these teams. And Diaz steps out of the batter's box before the ball even gets to him and takes a ball outside. And now squares to bunt, and I'll tell you, Justin, he's not looking to hit. That was like the little league. That was the little league. I'm going to show you bunt to try to mess you up. And there's a fastball in for a strike. Diaz shaking his head, but he's got to be careful shaking his head as he wants to get that pitch himself. Fastball down the middle. So now I think they're on to the fact that he doesn't want to hit, and they're just putting it right down the pipe. Working quickly is Campanioli, and Diaz gets a piece of that one and hits it foul. But Diaz doesn't look like he wants any part of that batter's box. This is what a hitting pitcher is supposed to look like. Fastball low for a ball. So the count is full. He's somehow managed to get Campanioli to throw 6 pitches so far. That's a pretty successful at bat. And he does swing at ball 4 unbelievably. That's now the 7th pitch of the at bat. This will be the 8th pitch. So Diaz grinding out an at bat here and getting the pitch count of Campanioli up. Fastball hit hard down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Ronald Diaz rounding first, and he'll stay right there. No interest in legging that one out.
That's the longest single I've seen, I think, so far.
Ronald Diaz puts it down the line for a base hit and gets a roar out of the dugout of Workers with a leadoff hit. And they're going to let him run. How about that? Diaz went from looking like he had no interest in hitting to smacking a BB down the line. And now it takes a pretty big lead. And that ball is ripped to center field. Going back, hits over his head. Ronald Diaz rounding second on his way to third. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Ronald Diaz around third. He's going to score. Here comes the runner.
That's an
Here
inside the park home run.
There'll be no play. It is an inside the park home run for Eliezer Sanchez. Workers have tied the game. Unbelievable. Eliezer Sanchez with an inside the park 2-run home run.
I think the Marlins need to tell the center fielder there not to stay so far out.
Well, you know what it is, Justin. Here at Walker Park is a very unique layout. It is about 520 feet to center field. So any ball that gets over your head, if it's hit hard enough, will just keep going. And there's really nothing you can do, and that ball is roped to center field, going back. This is also going to be a hit. Getting down and going all the way to the wall. Rounding second, on his way to third, and he will stay at third base. Back-to-back bombs from Workers to center field here at Walker Park as Narciande, the manager for Workers, hits a mammoth triple off the wall in left center field, and that is a long ways away, Justin. To get a triple to left center field, you know it has to be a long ways away. That is about 470 feet away, the fence there in left center field. And now it's going to be Yasmani Prieto as I think they solved Campaniani, Justin.
Maybe.
Fastball up and in. Workers have something going. The game's tied. So brand new ball game here. We are 0-0, so to speak, as it is 2-2. Big swing at that one. That was his pitch there. It is 2-2 here at Walker Park as Workers have hit back-to-back bombs to left center field and center field. That one almost hit him. An inside the park home run was a 2-run home run by Eliezer Sanchez, scoring the pitcher Ronald Diaz, and that pitch up and in. Followed by a huge, huge hit by Santiago Narciande to left center field, which ended as a triple. That one could have been an inside the park home run as well, and this one is popped up. Excuse me, it is hit far. It looked like a pop-up, and it's all the way to the wall and cannot be caught. It'll be another double. Workers
Triple. Okay, he's pushing for 3. He's got it.
and he does get a triple. Back-to-back bombs all the way to the fence by Workers. And Campanioli, who looked like he was in complete control of this game, has lost control. 4 straight hits from Workers have resulted in 3 runs. And now Workers leads 3-2, just like that. You know, Justin, whenever a team faces a new team for the first time, I usually get some type of scouting report. And the one thing that everyone has said about Workers, they can hit. That's the one thing I keep hearing. They can hit.
Well, they're hitting so far.
And another one. That's going to score another run. This is going to be a base hit. So Adel Avila, the big lefty, hits one into right field.
Might be time for a pitching change here, Jay.
You know, Justin, I don't know what the Marlins have here today.
Yeah, that's 5 shots in a row here. They're going to all meet on the mound and discuss this. Because things are not going well.
Well, I think the manager's in left field, so I don't see him coming in to have any say in this. It is 4-2 Workers as the Hialeah Marlins look to be in total control of this game.
Yeah, 7 hits over 3 innings, and we're completely shut out in one of those. So, I mean, they are on a tear right now.
And now it doesn't get any easier as Wilder Thorndike, who may be the best hitter on this Workers team, is now coming to bat. And he hits the ball into the ground to short, over to second for 1. Back to first. It's a double play. Thorndike, unfortunately, was a rally killer on that one. 6-4-3 double play. So that'll clear the bases, and Rafael Rodriguez will step in with 2 outs and 4 runs in the inning. Workers lead 4-2.
Another one back at us. There's a shot. That's popped up to shallow center. Play will be
Coming
made.
in makes the catch easy, and that will do it, but not without major, major damage by Workers. Workers puts up 4 runs on 4 hits, on 5 hits, including
2 triples and an inside the park home run.
2 triples and an inside the park home run, and a hit by their pitcher.
Yes. Pitcher started it off with that nice single he had.
So Workers, with those 4 runs, now lead the Hialeah Marlins 4-2. You're watching AUBL Miami Baseball on the South Florida Broadcast Network. And now, Justin, all of a sudden, Ronald Diaz got to be the happiest guy on the field because last time he took the mound, it was a 2-0 game going the wrong way for him, and things weren't looking so good. They weren't looking so good offensively. They weren't looking so good in general, and it looked like it was going to be an uphill battle for Workers to get back in this game. But all of a sudden, with 4 runs, they have changed the entire scope of this game. So the complexion of this game has changed dramatically, and now it's going to be the leadoff hitter, Steven Alvarez, coming to bat for the Hialeah Marlins. He grounded out to Diaz to start the game. And there's a fastball in for a strike. You can see a new sense of invigoration from Ronald Diaz as he pumps that fastball in on the outside part of the plate. Popped up, foul, down the left field line and out of play. I'll be back.
Count 1-2 to Alvarez. Watches that one in, strike 2. Oh, sorry, 1-3. He's out. That was a nice pitch right down the center for Diaz. He may be reinvigorated by his team's performance in the top half of this inning. That's going to bring up Jose Cepeda. Cepeda has a nice double in the second, or sorry, a double in the first. That one will be hit to right field, and that'll drop for a base hit. Cepeda now 2 for 2 on the day. That's going to bring up Chris Ojas. Aside from Cepeda, Ojas the only other Marlins with a hit so far, as he had a nice single and came around to score in the first. Oh, that one's over his head. That one's left up high. Count 1-1. Sorry, 2-0. Diaz having a little trouble hitting the strike zone here against Ojas. Just misses on the inside corner. Count now 3-0 to Ojas. We'll see if he lays off this or takes a swipe. Took a swipe, straight back. He'll step out of the batter's box and reset. Count now 3-1 to Ojas. Ojas with a crack again. That one could be out of here, folks. That one is gone. What a shot from Chris Ojas. No inside the park situation here, folks. That one left. Got out over the left field line in a hurry. Left field wall, sorry. What a shot. That will be a 2-run shot for Ojas. Tying the game up. And the Marlins will all come out to congratulate Chris on that hit. And as quickly as things shifted to the workers, the advantage now has shifted straight back to the Marlins as they have tied the game. That's going to bring on Max Gonzi. Gonzi flew out to right field in the first. First pitch in for a strike from Diaz. That one is cracked foul. Looks like foul down the left field line. There's a shot to third. That's going to get down. And he's going to push for 2 here.
Tell you, Justin, the hitting has really taken over this game. We started the game with dominant pitching, and all of a sudden, it's the hitting.
I think as we have some unexpected clouds moving in, is when the batting started to really heat up here.
Chris Ojas absolutely murdered that ball.
Destroyed it to left field. And knocked in Zepeda in the process and tied up the game as well. So that was quite a shot from Ojas.
I leave for 2 minutes and all heck breaks loose here.
That's what I was saying. I mean, we went from the workers having the distinct advantage to the Marlins coming back and tying it here.
Well, it started with the Marlins having what we thought was an insurmountable 2-run advantage. And then the workers came roaring back with authority. And now the Marlins have taken control back again. And now I don't know who the momentum's with right now, as we have a tie game. Look at that curveball from Ronald Diaz.
Wow.
So Jose Marte, who doubled in the first inning, an RBI double, now steps in. And I'm sure Ronald Diaz remembers that, and so does Wilder Thorndike, the catcher. They're going to pitch away from him, especially with first base open. You know, you don't want to take too many unnecessary chances with a guy who has already proven he can hit the ball hard. Well, they did. They pitched to him. Ball goes to third, up and over to first. Nice play. Here comes the play to third, and he's going to be in there.
Okay, so Gonzi will advance on that. Marte out at first.
Heads up base running there.
So now with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Osvaldo Borrell. Borrell hitting to the 6-3 to end the first inning for the Marlins. He's hoping for a better result here.
I think that's a courtesy runner there for Gonzi at third. Yeah, I don't believe that is.
Yeah, Steven Alvarez is on third now.
Yeah.
So Steven Alvarez, courtesy runner.
But with 2 outs, it's fairly inconsequential, as there's really not too many ways you're going to get home from third with 2 outs. With 1 out or no outs, it's a different story. Fastball in for a strike. Nice velocity on that fastball from Diaz. The sun has made its way back out here at Walker Park. That fastball up and in for a ball. Diaz also might be one of those pitchers, Justin, we've seen where this velocity improves as the game goes along. You know, sometimes you see some of these pitchers that start off throwing at a certain speed, and then that speed picks up as the game picks up.
That one's left high. Two on the count to Burrell.